good people, my wonderful people, how na day? I welcome now to my YouTube channel. My name na AC, I never change them. So today we want to learn how to cut 90-degree flare, and we want to use this fine Ankara fabric take cut them. Like I promised for the last lesson, say we go use our material take cut the next project. So now we dey do so. So the first thing what we go need to do now to know the measurements, the basic measurements where we need if we want cut flare. So the measurements where we need for cutting of flare now just two. We need the circumference of the waist or the part where you want attach and put, where you want attach the flare. You need the circumference of that, and then you also need the length of the flare or the length of the flare. So for this particular pattern, the length of the flare na 9 inches. So the circumference of the flare na 6.5 inches. So that 6.5 inches we go add 1 inch to round for the zip allowance. So when you do your own, just measure your circumference. So assuming say your circumference na 30, add 1 or 2 inches to round. So if your waist na 30 plus 2 inches for zip allowance, that is 32 inches. So that 32 inches we will divide them by 6.28. So now understand. So now the circumference of the waist where I want sew for na 6.5 inches. So that 6.5 inches I go add 2 inches or 1 inch. Make I add 1. I go add 1 inch for the zip allowance. That one go make am 7.5 inches. So that 7.5 inches I go multiply am by 4 because na 90 degrees. So that 3.5 inches. Sorry, a 7.5 inches multiplied by 4 will give me 30. So 30, I will come divide 30 by 6.28. That's now the standard. So this now the formula for calculating radius equals to circumference over 2 pi. Circumference now 6.5 inches plus 1 inch for zip, that is 7.5 inches. 7.5 inches. Then the pi, for this instance, pi now 3.142. So 3.142 times 2. So the radius will come be 7.5 over 6.28. So you go multiply this one now by 4. The reason why we dey multiply this our circumference by 4 now because say the angle na 90 degrees, and you know say for inside 360 na 490 degrees 9 day inside. So we go multiply am by this 4. So 7.5 multiplied by 4 equals to 30 over 6.28, and it will give us 4.7 something, 7 of 7 something. So you go just round them off to the nearest whole number, will be 5. So I hope so now understand. So now 5 inches. So here then my 5 inches there. Make I just move the fabric so that now go see and well. So 5 inches is here. So just mark 5 inches round. Okay, so I don't mark the 5 inches. The next thing now to determine the length. Like I said, the length na 9 inches. So now just exact place where my fabric reach, then be the 9 inches. So 9 plus 5 go be 14. So from here now I go get 14 inches. So just mark them together like this so that you go get accurate measurements. So make sure say your 14 starts from this tip here. So just use your chalk, straighten out the line. The next thing what we go do now to just cut. So make we cut now, go come show now. So I hope so now understand. Now to cut, you just leave 1/2 inch for the down part here half inch there. Then from here for this radius, just leave half inch up. So as here now 5 inches for the radius, now we'll cut from 4.5 inches, so that when we want sew the skirt to the waistband, we go use the half inch take attach them for the top, then it will come back to 5 inches. I hope so now understand. So we go leave half inch here, we will use the half inch where they up here. Now from here we go cut them 4.5 inches. So when we sew, this 4.5 inch will come back to 5 inches. So I hope so now understand. And then here just leave half inch to take knitting the edges for that place. So make we cut now, go come show now the outcome. So my people, now see this now the 90 degrees flay. She say no too full, so make I show now how the thing be for the mannequin. Okay, so the next flay where we want cut now 180 degree. So that 180 degree now 2 times the 90 degrees. So to cut 180 degrees, like I said before, assuming say, okay, remember say the circumference where we dey work with now 7.5 inches. So 7.5 inches we go divide them by 3.14, because this particular pattern where we dey draft, this one now, this 180 degrees na 90 degrees times 2. So now half of the radius, that's half of the 360. So we go just take them now from here now. So we go divide them. This one now na half circle. So 7.5 divided by 3.14, which is the formula for half circle, we get 2.38. So we go just round them off to the nearest whole number, which is 2.5. So we go just round them off to 2.5. I hope so now understand. So 2.5 now the radius. So to get this 180 degree flare, that is the half circle, I go fold my fabric into 2 like this. Now see so I go fold them into 2. Then I go measure, I go make sure say the length they up to the required length. So from here 9 inches, that is 2.5. 2.5 is here, 2.5 is here, 2.5 now the length, now the radius. So now remember 2.5 now the radius. So if you open them, no say this one they folded, if you open them you go get 5 inches like we get for the first 90 degrees. So 2.5 is here plus 9 inches for the length. So the length now 9 inches. So 9 plus 2.5, that is 11.5. So here, so we will just mark the 11.5 round. So see wetin I talk, the fabric no reach for that side, so I go need to extend them 11.5. Okay, I extend them from here. Okay, so here I go remark the 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, and 2.5. So this is 2.5 inches plus 9 inches, that is 11.5 inches. So here we go, 11.5, 11.5, and 11.5. So just mark your own round like this. Use this chalk, take roll out, they connect the dots so that everything will connect, will align well. Connect your dots well so that everything will align well. So if we open this fabric now, because it's a double, you know say the first one we no fold down, this second one now we fold down. So make we cut now. Remember to leave your half inch seam allowance for the top and the bottom. for your own. So here we go. See so if you just measure am now, you go see say na the same thing we go land for. So here, see, we're correct. So the 2-inch seam allowance for the, so here we go, here we go, here we go. So this now na the, see this now na 180 degrees flare. So make I put am for the mannequin, make una see how e be.